Yeah, now we enter the GEPF offices. We are here to come and check the problem of our client who has been not being earning since from last year, August. So want answers. Thank you.
Okay, right now we are at the GEPF office. We are going through a searching process before we go in. Thank you.
No, I don't make an appointment. I don't make an appointment. No, I'm local. What is feedback?
Do you mind saying for at least because of what is feedback, what is what
I don't think
no, because of your push here.
Yes, I have to.
No, okay.
From August.
Okay, from August, that's the okay. Link it.
No, listen, I'll call for 10 for you. That's why I'm
we remember a PSA also. Oh. Okay, nice.
Yeah, recycle to check it, I think. Really check it,
Is it? Let me check.
Really check it. Intention to read.
No, it's fine.
When I roll your coin in will be financial advice. Yes. Okay. Is it 125?
Let us phone that lady because we have been dealing with that lady.
And then
I want to phone her now because
in the local, I'll call the department and my colleagues all from the department to make sure we document influence. And then over and above, this is what is required. Once it's tolerant, we'll push it.
I will stop him. Yeah, as a continuation of the previous video, I just want to explain a few little things that you saw on the video. I'm sure you saw when I arrived at GEPF and went in, you saw as you know they are doing their work in terms of whether are we supposed to be there. But very striking when we arrive as the security people that the CEO is there, Mrs. Kidiboni. We were told that she's there. But all of a sudden they said they must phone and check first whether we'll be given an opportunity to see her to check whether or not she's not in a meeting or so. And the reason why we went there without an appointment, as you could see, they wanted us to make an appointment first, is because one of the biggest deficiencies that I've picked up ever since I've worked with them, communication is lacking. All right, you send them email, not even acknowledgement that they receive your email. Very few of them do give us information. There is a lady by Sanet Barnett who really, respond and say I've acknowledged and I'll attend to the matter and so on. She was spot on. And then there's also the guy called Matilela, also giving us information from there. Sisim Pierre also giving us information. But beyond that, you don't even know what's happening. At some point, we picked up that they had system failures, so they were not receiving emails. Now, if they have system failures, you can imagine people who are far away, people in Lusubisigi, Mudimule, Kwakwa, and so on. How do they reach them? People in the Northern Cape, Kuruman, how do they reach them? Fortunately, we are not far. We are in Kempton Park. You can simply go there. But even there, going there, it takes your time. because your time, which is your resource, it becomes wasted. Now, I'm sure you saw there was this lady who never even introduced herself in terms of her name, the portfolio, who was trying to block us there. And as we were trying to take a video, she ran away. She brought the guy who came, who said he's the chairperson of PSA, all right? And then he said they are serving their members and they are serving their members for free, which it needs to be corrected because members do pay subscription. Then I asked him a question, although it was not captured in this video, that if this person is your member, you should have be abreast with the information, because as union leaders, you need to go down to the members and ask what are the issues at their workplace. Not when they are here, is then when you want to serve them. He went to an extent of trying to blackmail us to say, and that Rona will help you for free. These people are taking money from you. Guess what? They get subscription fees from the members. So it's not for free. And there's nothing wrong when we are getting paid, because you are not stealing the money. It's a service that we give. And the service that we give, you even went to the extent of taking our time to go there. If there were servicing members, they were supposed to be there. And I fail to understand when a gentleman says, I'm a chairperson of PSA, why do you have to tell us that you're a chairperson? Your action must show that you are a chairperson. And thanks to a guy from PSA again, Nechipale. The guy was very calm, and then he said, how can we resolve this matter? He stopped all this hysteria that was going on, and then he said, I know what I'll do. He went inside, he brought the guy, Mr. Mate, who was very level-headed, and then I'll play his video later when I still give you more information about this case, how it unfolded. And Mr. Mate said, went in, and then we then agreed that we'll be leaving. And then guess what? When I arrived in my office, 30 minutes after I've arrived, I got a call from Mr. Mate. He told me that, no, the matter is we got the letter that the department has sent to us to explain what happened. So as a result, we are not going to return the matter to the employer. Instead, I'm going to take the matter to payment section so that they deal with it. That's it. That's all what we want. We want to be given information. And then guess what? The following day, he kept on giving us updates of what is happening. You need people like that. You need people who give you updates of what is happening. All right? But if you don't get such, then there is a problem. And one of the observations that we made, unfortunately, we didn't record that one because that was not the mission. When we were there, I don't know how many people went out for smoke break. There was one lady in particular. We're not there for not even an hour. This lady, I think she went out for smoke break for 5 times. So you can imagine when a person go out for smoke break, what does it mean to a person who's supposed to receive his money? And guess what? The explanation that we were given was, it was rejected on the 10th of February. But the question is, if it was rejected on the 10th of February, why immediately the employer received it on the 10th? Because as we were talking to the employer on the other side, the person that we were talking to the employer was Mrs. Manari, who was helping us. Very helpful, very taking calls from us, giving us information that we want. And then she said nothing. According to her system, she had not yet received anything. And when we went there on that day, it was the 17th of February. So you can imagine, from the 10th, they rejected it, but by the 17th, they didn't know where the case is. They were still going to look for the matter. Now remember, our mission was going to see the CEO. Of course, we understand that the CEO does not deal with the nuts and bolts of, but we wanted to say to the CEO, as the head of the institution, say, this is what we get from your institution. Can you summon the people who are working with these things on daily basis so that you give them instruction in our presence to say the matter should be resolved? So I wanted to clarify that, but not all of them are bad, as I've already indicated, that we have some good people, pockets of excellence, who are doing a great job. And then as when I did this video, I had spoken again with Mr. Martin, giving me updates of what is happening. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. Let us give in updates. If they can stick to the pension law and the pension law and the rules, the government pension law and rules, we'll not be having this problem because they know very well how long it has to take. Can you imagine from August last year, 2022, to February, as I speak to you now, is the 24th of February, the 24th. Client has not yet received anything, and the client is being threatened with eviction. So I had to intervene and talk to the owner of the property to say, look, we are trying to resolve this matter. Because at the end of the day, issues of this nature affect everybody. It affects the member directly, not only the member directly, even other people indirectly are affected. And as we're speaking to them, they were saying, we are talking to our client. I said, gee, you are making a mistake. This man is not your client, he's a member. I don't know whether you understand what a member is. A member is a shareholder to GPF. He has employed you. So you cannot just talk to him as a client. He's not a client, he's a client to me, financial service provider. All right. And as I indicated, the member gave me the power of attorney. I had a right to talk on behalf of the client. As you could see there, as the so-called or the chairperson, according to him, as he told us, as he was trying to talk, the member has been trying to insist that talk to that gentleman. And I kept on saying, talk to me, because I have the power of attorney. In other words, when you talk to him, it's like you're talking, when you talk to me, it's like you're talking to him. And fortunately enough, I've brought him to the office. He was there, he could listen for himself. He knows exactly what you are going to do. All right, so those are the issues. And I hope this will be a lesson. And going forward, I hope things will be improved. One of the key things that needs to be improved, communication lines, very important. I thank you.